Urakami northern part. Now let's see the northern part. Seibu Gas Ohashi plant. Seibu Gas Ohashi plant was located 800 meters to the north of the blast center. This plant was built to supply gas to Mitsubishi Weapons Ohashi plant. It had a 10,000 cubic meter gas holder, but was totally crumpled by the atomic bomb and was not restored by the end of war. Mitsubishi Shipyard Ohashi Parts Plant. Mitsubishi Shipyard Ohashi Parts Plant was located 1 kilometer to the north of the blast center. Imperial Japanese Navy gave up the idea of building large warships, which would have taken a year or longer, but was concentrated in building midget submarines such as Koryu, Kairyu, and Kaiten for the coming decisive battle of mainland in November. Mitsubishi Shipyard Ohashi Parts Plant was manufacturing such parts day and night, but was totally destroyed and burnt down, with all workers killed there by the atomic bomb. Junshin Girls High School. Junshin Girls High School was located 1.2 kilometers to the northeast of the blast center. Japanese Wikipedia says, on August 9, 1945, the whole school buildings were destroyed by the atomic bomb. Total 214 students, teachers, and school staff were killed. This Japanese Wikipedia sounds like they were all killed in school. However, Junshin homepage says in its history that Principal Sister Esumi sent day shift girls to a factory, and herself and other 4 sisters remained in school. By the atomic bomb, Esumi was injured and brought to a shelter where other sisters rushed to her. Then Esumi ordered them to look for girls in factories. Junshin history also says 214 of Junshin students' corps were killed, which means 214 were working in military factories. Mitsubishi Shipyard Testing Plant. Mitsubishi Shipyard Test Plant was located 1.7 kilometers to the northeast of the blast center. It was 300 meter long and 16 meter wide big building to house a large water pool for testing resistance of ships of various shapes underwater. The pool was not harmed, but the outer housing was damaged severely by the atomic bombing. Mitsubishi Weapons Semi-Basement Plant. Mitsubishi Weapons Semi-Basement Plant was located 2 kilometers to the northeast of the blast center. Mitsubishi Weapons was evacuating machines to tunnels, but there were some machines taller than 3 meters, that is, the height of such tunnels. Mitsubishi Weapons moved such machines to this Motohara Valley and installed a small roof but no walls around, so that American reconnaissance planes would not recognize it as a factory. However, such tall machines were all knocked down by the atomic bomb blast, as they did not have any walls around to protect them. Nagasaki Teachers College. Teachers College was located 1.7 kilometers to the northeast of the blast center. Japanese Wikipedia says, on August 9th, boys' school building was shattered by the atomic bomb. 54 students were killed. This sounds as if 54 students were killed in school while studying. However, if you click here, you will see quite different information. It says, the school building was 1.7 kilometers from the blast center, and outer structure of this sturdily built school building survived. However, the wooden dome fell and burned, and many students died who had returned from night shift of Mitsubishi Weapons. Mitsubishi Weapons Ohashi Plant. Mitsubishi Weapons Ohashi Plant was located 1.3 kilometers to the north of the blast center. It was the latest torpedo factory then and had more than 10,000 workers, but was destroyed and burnt down totally, and few survived. One survivor confesses that she was a 17-year-old student and mobilized to Mitsubishi Weapons Ohashi Plant. Every morning, she says, we walked up the plant gate and our platoon leader yelled, "March in step, eyes right," and we saluted to the gate guard. I felt like a soldier. But she was wrong. She was a soldier named militia. Militias work to sustain war economy until the enemy comes very close, when they take up rifles and shoot at the enemy, Americans. Bombing and strafing these militias while they are working is still lawful in a war. Regardless, these girls were aware that they themselves were military targets. Urakami Substation. Urakami Substation was located 1.8 kilometers to the north of the blast center. It was supplying electricity to Mitsubishi Weapons Ohashi Plant, but was knocked out and lost its function till the end of war.